on the window, and the question became, do I mount them on the outside or on the inside? But because of the way the windows are, there's this piece internally that I'm not able to drill into, so I'm gonna definitely have to put them up higher. But the nice thing about that is I'll get the full, when I pull the shades out, I'll get the full window. So that's pretty cool. And then the other question is, do we want to do linen or some kind of like textured bamboo? But both my husband Craig and I feel like linen, like a white linen on a white background, will just keep it really soft in here. Even though the bamboo are very pretty, it's like you kind of can't make a wrong choice. It's just what do we feel we want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and measure for the windows. So these are 31.5. And if I could mount inside, there's like some pre-done shades that I could actually mount right here. But I just think it's not thick enough to be able to do it. And if you're gonna mount outside, they say to do 2 to 4 inches on either side. So because it's 31.5, I'm gonna order a 35.5 shade, which is about here, which means, you'll get a couple inches on either side of coverage, which is actually really nice because then when you really want to block stuff out, they're out far enough so that people can't like peek in the corner, which is nice. Or like even upstairs in our bedroom where I measure, I might even do 4 inches on that one because I don't want any light streaming in while we're sleeping. This one you could mount inside, but I don't want to because I want to be able to open it up and have the whole window, These two windows are the same size as that one, which means all the same size shades, which is great. Easy. Yeah, it's like 61. Same size as the living room. Yeah, they're all the same size. 61, okay. I got these vent covers for the bathrooms. They're really thin and just really simple as opposed to what came with our bathroom fans. And I also want to do that for this guy here and this guy here. So I need to measure them so I can order a few more of these. I just wanted to see if I liked them first. I ordered them from the bathroom knowing that I would like them better than what we got. But I also think they'll be beautiful just as our vent covers around. Really simple. So we need like a 16 by 16. 16. Hey, we've been working for, I think this is our 3rd day priming the whole entire interior of the house, and we have the main living room out here and kind of like entry stereo room, dining, kitchen, laundry, staircase, and then the upstairs bedroom. And sadly, we upstairs thought we were going to finish today. We ran out of primer, so we do have to order some more. We were about like a quart short, but that's okay. There's plenty of other things for us to do. So we're going to go ahead and order some more of the Alkemis primer, which we also will need more for the office downstairs. But the office is where they're storing everything while the flooring gets done and all that. So that's going to be a different day anyway. So we'll order enough primer for both of those spaces to finish up and to do that one. And then now we're moving on to what is called the Magic White. That's the name of the color that we're using for the interior of the house from Alkemis. I know I've shown you before, but Alkemis, they've been awesome to work with. I accidentally ordered the wrong color. I cannot tell you how I did it, but I contacted them. They were excellent about it. You can't send anything back, but it turns out that a color that I ordered. I actually really ended up liking it, so we're going to use that in the office, which we hadn't decided on a color down there. So kind of a happy accident. But yeah, we're getting started. So we're going to do that big giant ceiling first. Let's see how it goes.
This whole thing, right?
Yep. Sorry, you're going to have it done.
Yeah, no. Yep.
So you can get a sense of how bright the white is. This is the primer coat. These are where the cabinets are going to go, so we chose not to bring the white down, but you can see how much more vibrant the white is than just the primer coat, which we thought was pretty bright. So it's looking very beautiful.
Help us out. I'm a professional. Also look good.
Okay, so does everybody remember when we were in the bones phase and Emma, the designer, was here and we were holding up the light fixture? Now we can see what it really looks like. What do you think?
Looks nice. Yeah, pretty cool.
Wow, look at it with the light on it. I'm going to have you hold it up so I can look at it. Craig's going to hold it up for me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. You like it?
I do. Oh yeah, it's really cool. It's pretty.
Oh. I just dipped my hair in it. Last project of the day. Just had a chocolate break and I feel like I can do this, you know? How's the power bar hitting you?
Very well.
sometimes it's good to push, but other times, sometimes it's good to stop. Add a little chocolate. I feel like make this progress.
Fantastic too, though, if you want to ride it out for
What's it called?
6.5 minutes. Creeping death. From the album Ride the Lightning. You know, the electric chair.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Earlier stuff,
I don't
too.
like it so far.
It's a little looser.
What do you like about them?
Well, first of all, the music is thrashy and cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But they're just amazing, man. They just sail along on like one time measure, stop on a dime, take off on the next one.
Oh.
They're so cool.
We're on day 5 of painting the entire house, top to bottom. And we have accomplished the kitchen, the dining, the hallways, things like that. But now we're actually moving on to a color while Craig does a second coat of the white downstairs. I'm moving up into the closet to do a gray. This was a lighter gray sample. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera, but we did a lighter gray sample. And we just decided to keep it with the same color gray as the bedroom. See if I can show you. So we're going with a gray, which is not my usual, wouldn't be my normal color palette. I'm very like white, cream, but we had a friend's place in San Francisco that we stayed in before we moved to Atlanta, and her bedroom was a beautiful shade of this medium gray, and every time I went in there, I felt like I was just getting a hug before I went to sleep. It was super restful, and we decided our room is the perfect place to do it because it's this upstairs attic space and it's already kind of cozy, and so we're like, let's make it as cozy as we can get it. And it's a larger size, so we felt like it was a nice place to have a deeper tone. Not that gray is, it's not like I'm saying I'm being adventurous, but I just liked it. Anyway, so we're doing the closet the same color, so there's no window in the closet, so the light only comes from the door. So the closets get installed on Friday, and it's an Alpha shelving system from the Container Store. And so because the closet doesn't have a window and I wanted to keep it the same color as the bedroom, I'm going with a white wire, but then the dark birch. So it should be a really nice contrast in here. We're pretty cranky today because day 5 and today's raining. So it's like we're already tired and then it's raining and we're on day 5. So let's get started. One thing I do want to say, it's Alkemis paint. Once again, in here, here's our can of Alkemis, and the way that their directions work, because it's a mineral-based paint, they want you to, the way that they explained it is you do some of the cutting in and then you roll, although I just realized I should get a ladder up here. Anyway, so I'm going to cut in like part of the wall, and then I'll roll, and then I'll continue cutting, and then I'll roll, and then I'll continue cutting, and I'll roll. I got my ladder. I've gotten everything. I put paper along the baseboard so that I could cut in really easily, and I've got that all around the first half of the room. And the good thing about prepping for paint, which I'm sure you've heard before, but The good thing about prepping is you can actually just focus on the painting once you begin instead of having to readjust. So I did that. My good friend Molly taught me that if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So there's some wisdom for you today. Got my chocolate, let's go. This whole side done, and we're working on moving across this side. The Alkemis is drying absolutely beautifully, so my technique of cutting in and then painting as I go is working well. They're concerned because of the mineral paint is that it'll leave lap marks, which means like you would just see some overlapping. So for the most part, it is extremely smooth and beautiful. It also has a really beautiful, like almost like sand texture. So it's not that it makes your walls textured, but it just, when you touch the wall, it has like a sandiness to it. And I really like that because it makes you feel like you're surrounded with nature, which is really lovely. I don't even know if you can see me because, you know, the closet, but it is quite large in here. But as soon as I get finished painting, I'll show you the whole room. But I'm more than halfway done, but I have this big ceiling to do. But hopefully, once I start this, it'll go pretty quickly because I can just. So, do you like my sound effects? Okay, let's keep going. I don't know how long I've been inside the closet at this point. I think this took a little longer than expected, but I'm so happy with it. And I'm really hoping that we can just do one coat. Since it's the closet and there's no windows in here, that one coat will just be enough. But then in the bedroom, we'll do 2 coats. And I'm on my last rolls here. It's dried beautifully. One thing that I'm really appreciating about this paint is that because it's a mineral paint, like I've been painting for 5 days and I have a pretty sensitive system, so I don't like to be around any kind of like chemical cleaners or paint that is like traditional paint. So what I notice is I haven't had any sore throat or any responses to this paint, which is very cool because I've been doing nothing but painting for 5 straight days. And to be able to do that in a healthy way is pretty exciting. Not that you're constantly painting a house, but what I also like about that is that the paint that is on all of my walls on my day-to-day, I know is cleaner. So it's not detracting from the quality of the air in the house. There's no plastics, just adhered to the walls. So, you know, we can live, I would say, a little more joyfully knowing what we're surrounded in. Okay, last one. So thank you to Alkemis for making this beautiful paint. This is a California company also, which, you know, because we moved from California, it's been really nice to work with California products and makers so that we feel connected to a big part of our lives. Also, I just love it, which, you know, sometimes when you paint a room, you're disappointed, but I am not disappointed at all. I do think this door needs to get cleaned up. I also feel like I might have trapped myself in here. And Craig has gone to get us smoothies. But let's see, I can get us out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna do any touch-ups. I'm gonna look around, and then once everything is dry, I'll do a little video of the finished product. But it's beautiful, and it does, like I said before, it has that sandy texture, so it does give this sense of like earthiness on the wall, which is really cool. You can also use this to do a lime washing effect, but I just didn't feel like our little cottage wanted that.